You are standing in the middle of an Arctic winter blizzard in Ilulissat, Greenland. The wind is howling at 60 miles per hour. The outside thermometer reads minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Any exposed skin on your face will freeze solid in less than 90 seconds. Yet, 30 feet in front of you sits a bright yellow wooden house. Through the window, you see a family sitting in short sleeves. The indoor temperature is a comfortable 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a massive 130-degree temperature difference, separated by only 12 inches of wall. Under normal construction rules, this house should have collapsed, frozen from the inside out, or been swallowed by the ground months ago. This is the hidden engineering of how Arctic houses never freeze. You walk toward the structure, and the first thing you notice is something bizarre. The house does not touch the ground. It is completely suspended 4 feet in the air on heavy steel pylons and concrete stilts. You can see the blizzard wind blowing straight underneath the entire floor. Here is the deadly secret outsiders never realize. If an Arctic house sits directly on the ground like a normal home, it will destroy itself in less than 48 hours. Beneath the snow lies permafrost, rock-hard frozen soil that extends hundreds of feet into the earth. The moment you heat the interior of a home to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, the thermal energy radiates downward through the floor slab. The permafrost directly beneath the foundation melts into liquid mud. The foundation tilts. The walls twist. Glass windows shatter under shearing pressure, and the house slowly sinks into a freezing swamp. By elevating the house on stilts, freezing Arctic air circulates beneath the subfloor 24/7, keeping the ground permanently frozen like solid granite. You look closely at the steel pilings beneath the foundation and spot another piece of space-age engineering. Vertical steel tubes protruding from the soil with aluminum cooling fins at the top. These are thermosiphons. They are sealed passive heat pipes filled with pressurized liquid carbon dioxide or ammonia. During the long winter, they pull residual thermal energy out of the deep ground and vent it into the sub-zero air, supercooling the permafrost to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. This builds a thermal buffer so the ground stays rock solid even during the brief Arctic summer. You climb the wooden steps to the front entrance. Do not try to open the main door immediately. First, you step into an unheated outer chamber known as the Arctic Airlock, or cold vestibule. You pull the heavy outer door shut until the magnetic rubber seal clicks into place. Only then do you reach for the inner door. In Arctic engineering, you never open both doors at the same time. If you do, the extreme pressure difference between the dense minus 58 degree Fahrenheit outside air and the warm indoor air triggers a violent draft. The moisture inside your living room instantly atomizes and flash freezes to the ceiling, creating an indoor ice storm. You touch the doorknob. It is made of dense composite nylon, not brass or steel. If you touched bare metallic hardware in minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit weather, the moisture in your skin would flash freeze to the cold metal on contact. Pulling your hand away would literally rip off your epidermis. Furthermore, metal conducts cold straight through the door core. A standard metal lock mechanism would condense indoor humidity and freeze solid from the inside, permanently locking you out in a lethal blizzard. You step inside the main living room. The warmth hits you instantly. You walk to the exterior wall and run your hand along it. It feels completely dry and warm. Behind this painted drywall is an invisible battleground known as Vapor Drive. At 72 degrees Fahrenheit inside and minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit outside, the warm, humid air created by your breathing, cooking, and sweat generates immense vapor pressure. This moisture desperately tries to push through the wall cavity toward the freezing dry exterior. If that warm vapor penetrates into the insulation, it hits the freezing point inside the wall. It turns into frost. Over weeks, the insulation becomes a block of solid ice, losing all thermal resistance and rotting the wooden frame from within. To prevent this catastrophic failure, the wall is sealed with a continuous 6 mil high-density polyethylene vapor barrier with every single joint, electrical box, and screw hole taped with airtight butyl rubber. Behind that barrier sits 12 inches of ultra-dense mineral rock wool insulation, followed by a breathable exterior membrane that allows any trapped moisture to escape while blocking 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. You walk over to the large living room window overlooking the frozen fjord. Outside, icebergs are locked in the bay. You place your bare palm against the interior pane of glass. It is room temperature. This window is not standard double-pane glass. It is a quadruple-glazed thermal unit, 4 sheets of low-iron tempered glass separated by 3 insulated air gaps filled with dense Krypton gas. The glass panes are coated with microscopic, invisible silver low-E layers that reflect infrared radiant heat back into the room like a thermal mirror. The window frames are built from multi-chambered insulated fiberglass with thermal breaks so cold cannot bridge across the sill. You hear a faint, rhythmic hum near the ceiling. Because the house is sealed 100% airtight, normal air infiltration is 0. Without proper ventilation, carbon dioxide and humidity from human lungs would build up to toxic levels within 12 hours. The heart of the home is an HRV, a heat recovery ventilator. This machine constantly extracts stale, humid indoor air while pulling in fresh, sub-zero outside air at minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Inside an aluminum counterflow core, the warm outgoing air transfers up to 90% of its thermal energy to the incoming freezing air without the 2 airflows ever touching. Fresh, pre-warmed air enters the bedrooms at 65 degrees Fahrenheit without wasting a single BTU of heating energy. You look outside through the colorful settlement. Bright red, canary yellow, sky blue, and deep green houses dot the snowy hillside. These colors are not just Nordic charm. Historically, each color signaled the function of the building during blinding whiteouts. Yellow for doctors and hospitals, red for commercial trading, blue for fish plants and power stations. During a zero-visibility blizzard, knowing the color of a house could save a lost hunter's life. You look out the window once more at the vast, frozen wilderness of Greenland. The Arctic is one of the most unforgiving environments in the solar system. Yet inside this wooden box, humans have engineered a sanctuary of warmth, comfort, and safety. Surviving the extreme cold is not about brute force heating. It is about mastering the laws of physics, moisture, and thermal equilibrium. If you want to discover more hidden engineering secrets from the most extreme places on Earth, subscribe, because the world is far stranger than you think.